Hi, good morning. My name is Catherine Rump, and I'm going to talk with you about my most valuable resource that I bookmarked here on the website Digo. My most valuable resource is called Charlala. And what Charlala is, it's a tool that allows you to simulate a conversation with students. I teach Spanish class, and it can be very difficult to practice conversation skills, which is called interpersonal, in between two people, because there's only one teacher in class. And sometimes when students practice with each other, they will return to using English. Charlala allows you to use pre-recorded conversations from their library, or you can create your own. One drawback of creating your own is there is no built-in timer like you can see on the Charlala library. However, you can improvise by having a timer with you. So I'll go over here and show you. This is the library. You can see 3 conversations that I created and the Charlala library that they provide for you. So if we take a look at this example, you can see their version of greetings and
Hola, buenos
introductions.
días, señor.
They give you think time, and now they're recording.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Within my own examples, I did eventually start to use a timer when I realized that having that visual cue is something that helps the students when they were responding. So if we go over here, this is where you can see I have several classes. They are able to join using the search code, or you can download directions for them. They can create an account for free. And if your school has either Google or Microsoft sign-ins, they can log in that way. Over here, I also have the assignments. So here's one that I created the video. It gives them their prompt here, and you can see this is the link that you can send to students or embed if you have something like Schoology. And here are some of the responses that I have. So when I go to see their responses, you can see their name and their little video here.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Estoy bien. ¿Y tú?
Bien. Describe cómo eras cuando eras niño o niña.
Yo era muy pequeña.
And so then here I can provide some feedback that I can type, and then I can hit save. And if I choose to, I can send that via email to the student so that she can see it. You're also able to provide a rubric. So we can take a look at a different one. Here you see again the student's video, a place to provide text feedback, and I can easily choose from the rubric here and then again hit save, and I can send the feedback to the student. So when it's time for the students to go in, one caveat you would want to tell them is it starts to record them immediately on the versions that I create. So once they click this link and sign in, it starts to record them immediately, and then they would hit play on my recording and they would hear my prompts and then they would respond. So you can see I've recorded different ones here. And it's very easy for the students to go in and respond. And they can try as many times as they like before they hit submit. Another warning you'd want to tell them is you have to wait for your video to process before you hit submit. Otherwise, it ends up sending just a blank assignment back. One other feature that's very fun is Tralala includes something called Draw Room. So this is something that you can use to practice with comprehension as well as facilitating a discussion. So you can see my draw sets. I created one for mi casa, my house. You can easily create a new one by creating a name here. I could say La Familia. And then you can add some terms very easily, which could become a set for them to review. So let's go ahead. I'm going to create a draw room so you can see how it functions. The game is where they can become competitive with each other and where I would choose from one of the sets that I created. I'll choose Mi Casa. I don't need to provide that long for the response. We'll say 20 seconds for this. And I'm going to turn off the music. Now the students will use their devices to sign in. They go to charlala.com/draw. Enter the code. Enter their name, and here is where you might want to warn them they must use a class appropriate name. And here on their screen, they'll have a little place where they can draw and kind of play while they wait for other students to join, and then the teacher will select start. They look at their prompt. This says La Cocina. So here is where they would now have the space to draw La Cocina, the kitchen. And then they select finish. And they should see their drawing. And please don't judge my drawing here of La Cocina. And then you can end guessing if they guess La Cocina. There was a place here for them to guess. And then you can either do a new round or end the room. So I found this to be a very fun and also functional tool in the classroom. Again, practicing language is something that can't always happen outside of the language classroom. So this is one way for students to practice a conversation at home if this were assigned for them to use as homework, or they could even do it in class, again, without the interruption from other students who might begin speaking English in a conversation, and if they're not able to speak one-on-one with the teacher. And Tralala has been evolving. It started out as a beta, and now you can see that the library and rubrics, classes, and assignments are pretty set, and that Draw Room is how they've expanded. So it's been really interesting to see how Tralala is growing and to find new ways in which to use it in class. I hope that you found this video helpful, and I thank you for your time and watching. Adios!